Welcome, Bible Timers. This is the Friday edition of Bible Time, the Friday edition of the Believers Fellowship Daily Bible Reading. And as you can see, I am back from being on the road. I am in the Bible Time studios filming this for the Friday edition. And I'm looking forward to us being together and worshiping together, studying the Word together on Sunday. And we're going to end this week by looking at 5 Psalms. We spent some time going through Psalm 119. And now today we're going to look at Psalm 120 through 124. And we're entering into a section of the book of Psalms that starts with Psalm 120 and goes through 134, Psalm 134, called the Song of Ascents. And where that title comes from could be a couple of possible things. One could be these are the psalms that were recited by the priests as they went up the steps to the temple, or these could be songs that were sung by the people as they made their way up to Jerusalem for the annual festivals and feasts. And so that's the more likely one. That's the idea, ascent. You're going up to Jerusalem. No matter where you are in Israel, you got to go up to get to Jerusalem. And so that's most likely what they are. And these are an interesting set. Obviously, they were put together in this section because they were known as these particular songs. And they have a particular message to them. And you can imagine the people making their way up to Jerusalem and singing these songs. And I just want you to notice kind of the theme of each psalm that we're looking at here today. Psalm 120 is a prayer for deliverance, deliverance being the key word for Psalm 120. The author talks about verbal opposition and talks about living amongst a people who hate peace. Does that sound like the condition for Christians, even in America today, where we suffer from verbal opposition and we live amongst a people who actually, as much as they talk about being unified and seeking peace, there really isn't a whole lot of peace. They actually hate real peace. Now, Psalm 121 is all about security. The key words there being the word keep. Verse 3, he who keeps you will not slumber. And the Lord is your keeper, verse 5. Verse 7, the Lord will keep you. Verse 8, the Lord will keep your going out and your coming in. So there, it's talking about the security that we have in the Lord, deliverance in the Lord, security in the Lord. How about peace? That's what Psalm 122 is all about. Psalm 122 verse 1 is a familiar verse. I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. That's not talking about going to church. That's talking about the people going up to Jerusalem and going to the temple. But that's the same idea there. And the theme here is peace. Praying for the peace of Jerusalem, which is in essence saying that you are devoted to the Lord. You love the Lord. You're devoted to the Lord. You're praying for the city that signifies the Lord, the city of Jerusalem. And you're praying for the peace of it for the Lord's sake, as it says at the end of the psalm. So 122 is all about peace. Chapter 123, Psalm 123 is all about hope. It's all about hope. Verse 1 says, to you I lift up my eyes, O you who are enthroned in the heavens. That's our hope. We're looking to the Lord for hope. Our hope is in the Lord. That's Psalm 123. And 124 is all about help. It's the Lord helping his people. Verses 3 through 5 talk about him delivering them at the Red Sea as they left Egypt. And then verse 8 wraps it up by saying, our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. You can't get any better help than that. So deliverance, security, peace, hope, and help, all of it focused on the Lord, all of it coming from the Lord. We're looking to the Lord. And I just want to take a minute and do a little more in depth in Psalm 121, the one about the security being found in the Lord. Just let's break it down for a minute and think about what's the source of our security. Well, verses 1 and 2 tells us, I lift my eyes up to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. And there when it's talking about I lift up my eyes to the hills. Those would be the hills or the mountains that surround Jerusalem, and the key mountain being Mount Moriah, where the temple is. That's what I'm looking to the Lord. But he's more than just the Lord that dominates this particular mountain, or his dwelling place is located on that particular mountain. He's the God of heaven and earth. And so we're looking to him as our source of security. Verses 3 and 4 give us the guarantee of security. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. That's the guard who's on duty, not going to sleep, watching out for you. That's our guarantee of security. The security comes from the Lord. It's guaranteed by the Lord himself. And the extent of it is described in verses 5 through 8. The extent of this security, well, it extends into the day and night, so it's all day. It extends to your coming and going, so it's inside the house and outside the house, and it is forevermore. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night or day. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in. There it is, outside or inside, from this time forth and forevermore. Our security is found in the Lord, and he guarantees it, and he provides it all the time. That's better than any security company can provide for you and your family and your house. The Lord can provide this kind of security all the time, everywhere. So these are great psalms. You can imagine the people making their way up to Jerusalem, traveling in caravans and singing these songs as they go. What a great way to think about going to church on Sunday, preparing yourself to be there and to worship the Lord. And we'll see you next week for more Bible time.